Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is set to introduce many different revelations as well as twists and turns in this film that will lead to saga-wide implications within the Skywalker saga. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that the characters of Kylo Ren and Rey will evolve from start to finish of this movies in very unique and unpredictable ways, as said by J.J. Abrams over at D23, and that they are using these characters in a very different way in comparison to how they were used in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, which really is going to be a big deal in this film. Now, on top of all of this, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this movie when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions. This is where things begin to get very intense for the character of Rey in Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that Rey is inside of a dark cave, training through the ways of the Force, where she is said to be near Palpatine's holocron that she collected from Luke Skywalker's hut on Ahch-To during the events of The Last Jedi. It's explained that during the scene, Rey is said to hear a very sinister voice that reveals tidbits about her parents and is said to taunt Rey in ways that is said to make her angry. This voice is said to be Palpatine reaching out to Rey from afar, where she is said to eventually focus on her hand, where each one of her fingertips begins to shoot out a flow of Force lightning that is colored blue, that hits the ceiling of the cave, causing rubble and debris to vault down to the water. It's implied that this alludes to Rey's dormant dark side power that Luke's Force Ghost warned her about, and that it's growing rapidly within her, and that she needs to control it by reducing her anger. However, it's also a major hint that she is indeed connected to the Dark Lord Darth Sidious. The film is said to feature many new powers that Rey will use in the film in a similar way to how she discovered her powers in Episode 7. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a very dark Star Wars movie, and that really could either go in a good or a bad direction for the fans. It's all a matter of how it's going to be executed. It's all a matter of the context of the movie, right? How it's all going to be done on the big screen and everything in between. So, with that being said, this particular moment, at least in my belief, is another big hint and or indicator that she is indeed the granddaughter of Palpatine himself. And there's a lot of clues out there that she is connected to the Palpatine lineage, as well as some way or somehow related to the Skywalker lineage as well. A lot of people are thinking that she adopts the Skywalker name or something around those lines. So, on top of all of this, alright, what's really intriguing to me about Episode 9 is that they really are utilizing a lot of lightsaber duels in this movie, a lot of different Force powers that both Rey and Kylo Ren are going to learn in Episode 9. It really seems like Disney, Lucasfilm, and JJ are really going all out and really going out with a bang for The Rise of Skywalker to deliver a very unique and big experience for the fans. Again, like I say, this movie really does determine the future of the Star Wars franchise and where things will stand with the new Star Wars trilogy and other spin-off films and live-action TV series, the list goes on. So, I want to actually go over this cave. Now, she is said to be training inside of a strange cave that actually has water. It's almost similar to the Mirror Cave on Ahch-To, however on a different world. And as she's in here, it's described that she begins to hear Palpatine's voice reaching out to her because she's near the actual holocron of Sidious. And that to me is a very intriguing side of the story of how Palpatine's holocron is going to play a large role in Episode 9 that's really going to take fans by surprise. Now, with that being said, this movie is trying to make holocrons very much as known as lightsabers or kyber crystals. They're really trying to make holocrons pretty much familiar with the casual and new fans around the world going on forward. So, this is said to be a sequence where she hears Palpatine delivering tidbits about her parents and taunting her in certain ways, and that's said to lead to her getting very angry, hence why we have the moment in which she looks at her hand, and the fingertips actually begin to produce Force lightning, where eventually a stream of Force lightning shoots into the roof, alright, of the actual cave that she's training in, where a lot of rubble is said to fall down, almost, threatening Rey, because these are large pieces of rock falling down on the ground. Now, the thing about this is that this is something very similar to what we got in Star Wars Legends. There was a book out there, I forgot the name of it, but there was a book where we did indeed have a Sith, or a female Sith, it might have been a female Sith, that was actually using Force lightning inside of a cave where something very similar happened, where a lot of rubble fell down onto the ground. Now, you can already see how J.J. Abrams is drawing a lot of the ideas from the EU and inserting it into Episode 9 in order to really draw in a lot of parallels to, of course, the Rise of Skywalker and to Star Wars Legends as inspirational source material. So with that being said, guys, I will say that this movie does have the opportunity to mark itself down as the best of the current trilogy, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to move.